the entire premise of capitalism, and I would even argue the entire premise of America, is that like, you know, you don't you don't give up your capital unless you consent to giving it up, right? And like capitalism is just like a proof of work mechanism where you accumulate capital, and the people who are most like who accumulate in the most capital are, you know, the most equipped to allocate it, right? And as a result, like if you take away people's capital, like I get like taxes like exist and you have to pay for roads and services like somehow, right? But everything's a spectrum, and at a certain point it gets to like a lot, right? And it's just like at a certain point you take away people's capital, you allocate it to the government, and then the government decides to like how to allocate it best. But like you're taking away capital from people who do know how to allocate it to people who have an unproven track record of allocating. And that's not to say like they're going to be bad at allocating it, but like when you take away like capital from people who've accumulated a lot of capital, they can continue accumulating it because they know how to allocate it, as demonstrated by the track record. And it kind of just goes against like the entire ethos of like America, you know, because like the entire point of America is that like you don't take away, like you should try to minimize the amount of like property you take away from people, you know, like you have to pay for like roads and like the DMV, but like other than that, it's just like you should try to like minimize this, you know. But I feel like so much of the rhetoric is just about like taking people's capital for the for the sake of taking it, but like that goes against like the ethos of capitalism, because like people who accumulate a lot of capital know how to allocate this capital.